That's really nice.
Use the microphone. Yeah, keep
I'm going to be right in front of you, I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Well, welcome everyone. I'm Paul Cron, I'm the superintendent of the school district, and I have the honor and privilege to be in front of you today for something that started over a year ago, I believe. Okay, it started with kids and Mrs. Miller with an idea in a classroom and building connections. So they wanted to not only have me welcome you, but what does it mean for our students? Authentic education is probably the best way to teach anybody to do something. And we get that privilege with an endeavor like this. It's ongoing, it's learning. They get bits and pieces of it, from all the way to the little things like scooping the snow when there's a snowstorm on a snow scooter. The things that we learn along the way, things that sometimes are in a textbook like accounting and numbers and production, but it's teamwork, it's problem solving, it's soft skills of communicating, building connections with people. And that's what I'd say is probably the best part of what we're doing here, and we're just getting started. So thank you all for coming out today. Take a little time to enjoy this and then come back and visit at any time. Mrs. Miller gave me one thing, 2 minutes or less. And if you know Mrs. Miller, she's very committed. So I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Miller to do all the other things and the individual thank yous. Congratulations.
I'm always the last clapper.
2 minutes. Get your...
All right. Oh my goodness. Good afternoon. I am overwhelmed by all of you guys being here who took the time to be with us today. I'd just like to say thank you to each one of you. There are a number of very important people who have helped make this dream a reality over the past year and a half. Please let me know who you are, or let us know who you are when I call your name, because I want you to get that glory, all right? Because you guys have been, without all of you, we wouldn't be here, that's for sure. The first group of people we need to thank are those who met with our crew several times to brainstorm how we're going to make this vision a reality, and that's our Anita stakeholders group. So when I say your name, if you want to just wave so everybody can see who you are. A big thank you to Daryl Hockenberry, Justin Hockenberry, Joni Aim, Kara Murphy, John Knutson, Dwayne Thielen, Dan Crozier, Mark Harris, Mike Plegman, Krista Young, and Dominic Gigerig. This group worked tirelessly to help us every step of the way, to find just that right building for us to set up our business with much support throughout the whole process. Another big thank you goes to Betty Dory. She's our landlord. She worked with these students several times so we could get this building in this ideal location on Main Street. That's just pretty impressive. She took care of so much of the remodeling and electrical costs so that we can move forward, and we did. Here it is. Excuse me. A big shout out to the Anita Development Corporation and the Anita City Council, who have been with us from the beginning of this journey from day one. They were only a phone call away when we needed advice in decision making. Right, Daryl? Wherever Daryl's at. Okay, we certainly wouldn't be in this place without these supportive groups. Another gentleman who helped us very much was Justin Hockenberry, our attorney, who assisted us with all of our legal matters. And there were plenty of those, just setting up something like this. Thank you to Doug Beerbaum, who took care of bringing the electrical system up to code. Jason Trotter worked tirelessly to help renovate this building. And of course, Eldon Ditto. Eldon's here. Raise your hand, Eldon, who put all the finishing touches on this building. The paint, the ceiling, everything. And we just, to get kids out of class and down here to work is pretty tough. So he did it. So thank you very much, Eldon. Another big thank you is to Joni Aim. She's been by my side from day one. Digital media. I told the kids I wasn't going to do this, and I'm not. She's actually the one that persuaded me to do digital media. I told her no at first, but she's very convincing. And I'm so glad I said yes. She has not only helped my students and me continuously, but she's been my dear friend as well. Okay, moving on. Okay, and if you aren't impressed enough by this place, this beautiful lounge over here, Kara Murphy, where are you? Way in the back somewhere? Okay, the credit goes to her. She helped us extensively in picking out the furniture because I do not have a taste for decoration. That's not my deal. She does, and as you can see, it's beautiful. So thank you, Kara. You're welcome. Okay. Let's see. A big thank you to our administration. Last but not least. Let's see. Allowing our students the opportunity for this to become a reality. It just seemed like there was always one more thing we needed from Mr. Cron. One more thing. And where are you, Mr. Cron?
In the back.
So anyway, he helped us make this a reality as well. And then also I'd like to thank my family for being here. They're all over here. Well, I guess some of them moved. Okay, so my husband Gary, teacher at CAM, he's been out with his knee surgery. Good excuse to be away from school, but you know, it's legit, I guess. And then my oldest son, Ethan. Where is Ethan? Ethan, let me see your face. Okay, my son Ethan, and then my younger son Blake and his wife Melanie, and then also my parents, Don and Cheryl Steinbeck. All right, a couple more things, and I promise I will wrap it up. If I've forgotten anybody, please forgive me. I'm trying to remember everyone that was a big part of this, so if I did, I'm sorry. Now, these are the stars, these four. They have done a huge amount of work over the last year. I can't even tell you. So, I'm going to start by giving each one of them some kudos. Okay, first one's going to be Ian. All right, so we'll begin with Ian. He's a senior this year. This young man joined me in the ranks of digital media as a freshman. So he's been around a while. He's sick and tired of me already. I mean, like 4 years. I knew that he had what it took to be successful in this program. I recruited him, and he proved that he was a very talented young man in many areas. He has been my right hand for the past 4 years. And for that, I appreciate it. Okay? He will be dearly missed by me and the others. So, plus he's our comedy relief. Our next individual is Paige. Paige Jensen. She's also a senior. She joined as a sophomore and has many, many talents. She calls play-by-play for sporting events, makes commercials, and is a real pro at photography and Photoshop. Her exceptional abilities will be missed as well next year, Paige. I'm so proud that she will be going on into ag communications as her major in college. So she will be able to take many of these skills she's learned here onto her career. And that's why we're here, to teach them these kids, these things, so that they can find their passions and they can go on to college and do great things. All right, Naomi. Naomi Grubbs. She is a junior and she joined us last year as a sophomore. Naomi is a real go-getter and she keeps me on my toes all the time. She's a hard worker and has been an excellent addition to our crew. She makes things happen. She does. You want it done? Like, here, Naomi, take care of it. She has connections everywhere. A relative in every town. Okay? She makes great commercials and is interested in photography, and we're excited to have her on board next year. Last, but certainly not least, is junior Abby Tipton. Abby has a spark that keeps us all laughing, and we're all glad that she has joined us this year. She's a very hard worker and liked by everyone. She has wonderful new ideas that we're thankful for, and she has a talent for doing announcements, commercials, and updating our school website. So we're happy to have her as well. Now, if you look around, you will see about 10 individuals with white Cougar Den t-shirts. So put your hands up, kiddos. Okay, these... You probably can't see them. These individuals have been an integral part of this storefront. They didn't do this work that these guys did, but if you look at all this inventory here, they did all of it. All the t-shirts, all the wooden boards, all the plasma, okay? and everything else that you're seeing. So we couldn't have done it without them as well, and they don't get enough credit. So thank you. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna talk just a bit about each one of you with the white shirts. Okay. I'll make it quick. Okay. So I know I always say that, don't I? So Karis Hunt, Michaela Cheney, and Ryan Bauer. Put your hands up. They're responsible for all the T-shirts. Every T-shirt out there, they did. Rylan Oglesby created wooden home decor signs and signs in the building. Gavin Jensen, our sandwich board guy today. So thank you for being a good sport, Gavin. That was great. Also cutting mini decals. He's a professional vinyl cutter guy. He just does a great job. Lane Speaker. He is a super professional Photoshop designer of all of our Photoshop posts. So Lane, where are you at?
Back here.
Okay. Jack McKee created this banner back here. That's all him. And other wooden signs as well. And he's also going to be taking care of our video today. Braden, same thing. He's made banners, and he has done wooden home decor signs, and also helping today. Olivia and Jenna, where are you? So these girls are our social media people today. So they're taking pictures and they did Facebook Live, right? Okay,
Yeah,
and a bunch of other pictures that we may or may not want to see of ourselves, right? Okay. All right, so, and one more thing, a shout out to our returning alumni. So, alumni that are here, put your hands up. Where are you at? Are you hiding? Okay, so, is Blair here? Okay, Blair didn't come. Dietrich.
I'm back.
Dietrich, he will be speaking soon, so I'm really excited to hear what he has to say. He did live streaming, and his technical skills were second to none. And so he was part of the original group. Tegan became an expert in video editing. Tegan Sothman, thanks for coming, Tegan. Whitney Holiday. I just saw her a minute ago. She's hiding. Okay, so Whitney, she was one of the first students in high school to actually create an app for the Atlantic Chamber of Commerce. So that was a big undertaking. So that was pretty great too. So I think I am done finally. You can breathe a sigh of relief now. So the next person that's going to be giving a little speech will be Ian Stephenson.
Hello everyone. I wanted to start by thanking all of our stakeholders who have helped us achieve our goal of starting the Cougar Den. I'd also like to thank all of you for coming today. And I want to give a little background of my years in digital media. I've been in digital media since I was a freshman when Mrs. Miller asked me to be a part of this program, even though I wasn't officially in the class. I started learning many different projects that were offered in this class, and I became really involved in live streaming the sporting events and how to operate and set up the equipment. I've also been very involved in operating our poster printer and, of course, the Cougar Den. With that being said, I think that STEM-based programs like this should be in every school. These programs teach real-life skills. This is especially important in rural Iowa communities because so many kids graduate from high school and go into a trade school. Students in these programs learn many different skills like soft skills, communication skills, and now with this new endeavor, they will be able to learn entrepreneurship, marketing, record-keeping skills, as well as management techniques. I also love that we are bringing new businesses to Main Street of Anita. I'm proud to be a founder of the CAM Digital Media class back in the fall of 2018, and now I'm graduating, and I'm honored to be a part of this new endeavor. Thank you so much for being here today.
Okay, our next speaker is Dietrich Herzberg. So you can make your way up here. He's an alumni from CAM Digital Media. So welcome, Dietrich, and we're so glad that you came today. Baby.
Baby. Strong baby. I apologize. Mrs. Miller didn't give me the notification until last night at 5 p.m. So.
That's true. So he is just learning.
I had to write down some notes. First off, I would like to thank everybody for coming out today. I know it means a lot to Mrs. Miller and all the students to see everybody here. Those of you who don't know me, my name is Dietrich Herzberg. I was a student in Mrs. Miller's digital media class my senior year of 2020. In my short time spent, I played the role as the production director which meant I helped out with everything involving the technical side of things. My biggest job was working with my fellow students and Jim Field from KJN to create a live stream platform that allowed everyone to view live school events online. I was responsible for setting up most of the broadcast equipment and making sure that the stream was live. And I also did my best to help resolve any technical problems that came up during class time. Even though my time spent with the digital media was very short, I am very grateful for all the skills that I was taught. I would like to thank Mrs. Miller and everyone that made this class possible. I'm happy to see how far it's come, and I can't wait to see how much it has to provide in the future.
All right, our next speaker is Mrs. Joni Aim. She is the Southwest Iowa Regional STEM Manager.
Thank you, Mrs. Miller. So as Mrs. Miller mentioned, my name is Joni Aim, and I am the new Southwest Iowa STEM Regional Manager for like a whole 6 weeks now. So while I'm new to this position, I am not new to the impact that the Iowa Governor's STEM Council and the STEM Best program has had on this school district. So if you're not familiar, STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math, and BEST in this case stands for Businesses Engaging Students and Teachers. And to date, Mrs. Miller's programs have been awarded $50,000 in 2 STEM Best Awards, another $10,000 in Enhancement Awards, which is an enhancement of one of those previous awards, and another $1,500 for classroom use from Mrs. Miller's 2020 STEM Teacher of the Year Award. In my current position with STEM, in my previous role at the AEA, I've been fortunate enough to be able to visit many districts in Southwest Iowa that are doing really innovative things to try and bring together education, business, community, to give students experiences in STEM and authentic learning. In my opinion, my humble opinion, there are 3 key ingredients to successful programs like this one. Number 1 is a supportive administration. Ultimately, these are the guys that sign on the dotted line that say we're going to do what we say we're going to do. They keep the financials rolling, but even more than that, they have to make this type of learning a priority. It's not easy in a small district to change class schedules, to change around what teachers teach what classes, graduation requirements, and the fact that this program at CAM has been able to grow so quickly and expand so rapidly is due to that support from the administration, so thank you guys. The second key ingredient that I've noticed is that it has to be student-led. The students need to drive the learning and the experiences that are happening. Shelly and I went through an interview process with these 4 guys about a year ago, more than a year ago, a year and a half. They had to apply, they had to fill out an application, we interviewed them, and they were selected not only because of the way they responded to those questions, but because of their enthusiasm, their passion, and really their reputation for being hard workers and for getting stuff done, because we knew this wasn't going to be easy. So I would just like to say to these guys how proud I am of you guys, of all the dedication and not giving up on this project. You guys have really come a long way, and I'm proud of you guys. And the third element is having a passionate educator. It requires someone who's willing to work alongside the students and learn alongside with them because they've never done this either. It requires someone who understands the power of relationships, holding people accountable, and even letting them fail once in a while, because we all know that's where real learning happens. It requires someone that is determined, who doesn't take no for an answer when things get hard, because things get hard. And I hope that Mrs. Miller doesn't mind me saying what a force that she has been in making this happen, because even though it's been difficult, there's been a lot of hurdles, she knows that it's good for her kids. So just to wrap up, in a time where there's so much adversity in public education in Iowa and around the country, it is so refreshing to be able to rally around something good and something inspiring. So Cougar Den, all of you kids here today, congratulations. We wish you the best of luck. And thank you for letting me be a part of your day.
Okay, our next speaker will be Daryl Hockenberry, and he is on the Anita Development Corporation, and also president of Rolling Hills Bank.
Thank you, Mrs. Miller. Good afternoon. I just want to say how great it is to see such a large crowd here today supporting all these great students that we have here. I'm here today representing Anita Economic Development. So to start with, I want to introduce our members that are here today. So you already saw our mayor, John Knutson, he's back here in the back. Kenny Harrison, over here. Linda Harms, I saw you here. And Dwayne Thielen, right over here. Anybody else I missed? You might wonder what is Anita Economic Development? Well, we're a group of volunteers that exists solely for the purpose of two main things. Number one, making Anita a better place to live. And number two, improving our community. And we meet and we talk about things when we see opportunities to make things better. That's where we come in. We do everything we can to facilitate making our community a better place to live for our citizens. In recent years, some of our emphasis has kind of turned into, number one, keeping our downtown vibrant, Main Street vibrant, and improving our housing stock. One of our most recent projects is right across the street, the building that we have rehabbed, and we're using that as our meeting room, and it's directly across the street from here. And then anything else we see that we can do to make our community better is what we're about. And this is a perfect example of it. We were initially approached by this group to see if we would assist them in this endeavor that they were thinking about. And many of us met with them on many different occasions. We talked about how we might go about doing this, looked at the feasibility of it, you know, talked about what we should be doing, what we shouldn't be doing, and it just kept progressing. Then they applied for the grant, and they received the grant. And once that happened, I got an email from them that said, we'd like your group to give us some ideas on where we can locate this, this stream of ours. So we gave them a list of 5 or 6 different buildings on Main Street as possibilities with some contact information. And within 2 or 3 days, they got back to us and said, hey, we've contacted every one of these, we've looked at these buildings, we're starting to narrow our list down, and you know, had some more questions about what they might want to think about doing or how they might want to do it. And I was just so impressed by how quickly they responded and followed up and went about doing what they were doing. We as Anita Development tend to be older, more mature, and I just can't describe how it's not normal for a teenager to come asking us for advice. So it's very complimentary when a teenager comes and asks you for your advice, and then when they really listen to what you have to say and seem to appreciate it, I don't even know what the word is for that. I don't have anything in my vocabulary to describe that. Anyway, as they narrowed it down, they picked this building, and you know, they were just so excited, and I just have to say, I'm so impressed by them, and so impressed by their dedication, keeping their eye on their dream. We did learn some lessons along the way. We learned that the start to the finish line is not a straight line. There's obstacles, there's speed bumps, there's many things along the way, and we learned that when you hit those obstacles, you just have to step back, think about how you deal with it, and then move forward from there. So we did get from start to finish, but it was kind of a jagged line to get there. But the transformation that's taken place in this building is just unbelievable. I was in here initially, saw what it looked like, and you just can't even imagine the difference that's taken place. And they talked about Elda Ditto. He did a tremendous job helping them put the finishing touches on what you see here today. I see this as really a win-win situation. It's a win for what we like to do as Anita development. I said one of our goals was to continue to keep our downtown vibrant. Well, here we are. We got another building that's been rehabilitated, that is being used actively, and we're drawing more people here to town, so it's perfect. And it's also a win for these students because they have the opportunity to realize their dream and use their entrepreneurial spirit, and I think they're going to do just great. I really do. So everybody here today, I encourage you to, these guys have spent a lot of time making this a reality. Now it's up to us to support them, and it's up to us to buy their products, tell other people about what they're doing here, and send them in here and put them to work, make them work really hard, and I think we'll see a great outcome. So I say congratulations to you, Mrs. Miller, and to all the students that have done this. It's a tremendous accomplishment, and I know I speak for all the members of Anita Development when I say we support you. We're very excited for you, and we're here to offer our continuing help if it's needed. And we're really, truly honored that you did allow us to assist in this project, so we appreciate that very much. So congratulations, and best of luck with everything.
Thank you very much.
Thank you to all of our speakers and for all of you again for coming today. This concludes our grand opening ceremonies, and at this time we are going to announce the winners of our door prizes. So if Abby and Lane want to make their way up with the jar full of names. And then we would like to invite you all to enjoy some cake and drinks and encourage you all to engage with our students and browse the merchandise. Happy shopping!
Oh, I got it.
I told you to.
I'm always here to say.
Is that strategic?
Yeah. Or be first. Right there.
That's the way she is.
I got it.
Alright, we have some bags full of STEM swag, as Joni calls it.
Yep.
Alright, first we have Aaron Stephenson. Eva Jensen.
Yeah.
Chad Fabord.
He's the chiropractor guy.
Oh.
Well, he had to go back and correct somebody.
Abby, we'll just take it over to him.
Amber Gundy.
Which one goes to
Alright, these have water bottles full of candy and they have our logo on them. So these 10 have this. We have Dana Larson. Sherry Waddell.
I don't think she left yet.
Ella Kaufman. Okay, those Kay Hansen.
Thank you.
Mike Tipkin. All the parents.